Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning back in. So just going to go over a quick Bitcoin update in relation to what we saw yesterday, and yeah, just how the plans worked out. So basically, yesterday, from my last sort of update, yeah, I was just sort of saying. Again, we were sort of down. Let me zoom in a bit more. So before we got the breakout, I sort of said at this point here, I was looking for that 67.8 sort of region to tap. Reason being, obviously, I had the order blocks down here, and there's more confidence with the 618 Fibonacci retracement level. To be fair, this was it. So 678 region, slapped it. At that point, sort of waiting for more price action to develop. I was conscious, if the US-Iran war was ongoing, this may have came back down. So I was conscious of a potential short. But when the ceasefire was announced for 2 weeks, I believe it was, again we had that small sort of retrace, but because quite simply we did hold this order block here. So again, it's that higher low, higher high market structure. So we got the higher high breakout above this level here, and I was waiting for that retest. We got the retest. That was my surefire entry, and throughout the night we just rode it up. In the weeks group and in the private group. So again, links in description if you are interested to join those. So right now I'm about, I'd say about 60% out of my long position. I'm just keeping an eye on this sort of order block here. So for continuation today, all I want to see, it's more, so you can see the wicks up here, so it's indicating there's an order block here sat. So we want to see really, I'd say 72 flipped into support, and then we'll ride up first target 627, and then up to the 673 sort of region. So if I zoom out and show you why my targets are higher. And the reason we're rejecting here at the moment is just because of this sort of trend line here. So again, all this is just another resistance zone. So you see tap here, more taps, order block here, drag it across, we'll have another sort of reaction point here. So as long as we get above that level here, I'd expect us to go straight up to 73, up to potentially 70, 74. So yeah, that's my short-term plan. So again, if we reclaim 72, I'll be looking for those higher targets. I'll probably increase my long position again up, just to sort of take advantage of that. So I've mentioned before, I do obviously expect lower to come, but it's very dependent on the war situation. Again, it's having a massive impact on the moves we're seeing. It's very evident that's the case. So my main bias, again, in time, whether later this year, soon, we do hit these levels. But in the meantime, there's no reason we can't intraday trades with longs and shorts based on the price action we're seeing. You don't want to miss the opportunities in between just because you're waiting for these levels down here. You can still make money up here, and we've got more money to repurchase down here, or again take those shorts down. So I did share before, so this is my bullish count, Elliott wave count on Bitcoin. And again, if a ceasefire remains in place for 2 weeks and nothing else escalates, we may be able to see this come to fruition. So it'd be something like this is what I'll be looking for. So for those who are interested in Elliott wave, I do teach in my group, so do check out in the description as well. But I will go through some courses in the future on my YouTube channels. Again, any friends you've got interested in trading, please do recommend my channel. It'd be much appreciated, guys. So as it stands, what we could be in, there's no guarantee, but we're probably in this wave 3 sort of pattern. Again, the volume has increased, it's broken up, which does indicate we're in a wave 3. So obviously it's a good sign. So again, if we are, you're going to be expecting to take out 75 range high, and then we're going to be pushing for higher. So again, when it comes to range 3, what you want, excuse me, what you want to see minimum. So you've got the Fibonacci extension tool here. So we use this to calculate where wave 3 minimum should be hit. So you want to hit the 1618 of the wave 1. So basically you take the tool from the bottom of wave 1 to the top, drag it to the bottom of your proposed wave 2, and then drag it up. So wave 3 minimum 1.618. You can get extensions up to the 2618 and rare cases the 3618. We've not quite tapped the 1618, so if this is a wave 3, I do expect it to go higher. In terms of a sub count, again, still early days, but there's a few ways you can do that. But this is the main ones. You've got main 1 2, another 1 2. You'll get another 1 2 3 4 5 in the wave 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. It gets complicated, but it's a nice sort of directional bias, and it helps. Again, with any wave, we just have to hold the market structure. So if we start closing back below probably 6696, you're going to be collapsing down to these levels again. So while we're up on this trend, ideally if we can just keep above 72 region, we're going to be breaking out to those higher. So I'm going to remain long as it stands. But ultimately, again, huge. This is another range here. You can see range low, range low. So the 80,000, there's a lot of confidence here. You've got the order block here. So for me, in theory, bullish case, again, as long as nothing happens in the geopolitical sort of world, something like that. Again, if we keep extending, we're going to be long, so it doesn't matter. We'll just hold it. Or if you miss all this for some reason, you'll just, if we get a reclaim of the range low, these levels here, acceptance back into the range, you can then look up to long to 867, 93, and then ultimately the range high again at 90, 94. So plenty of profits made. There's no excuse not to be doing well at the moment. But if you do need more support, again, the groups are there to help. I will help as much as I can in my videos, of course. Yes, on the just to quit on the week's group, it's $1,000 minimum to join for free. If you do trade with big numbers, 5, 6 figures, as a thanks for the support, I will be happy to sort of help on a more personal level. So if you do reach out to me on Discord, links in the description. Reach out to me as well on YouTube, on Patreon. We can have that conversation. But I like to teach, I like to help. But yeah, so the more you help me out, I'm going to certainly be dedicating more time to you guys. Yeah, so that's Bitcoin. Again, Ethereum is going to be a very similar situation. So again, to be straight, I'm not long yet. I haven't longed Ethereum. Yesterday was purely a case of more Bitcoin. That was my main sort of focus. I didn't want to overexpose on the longs just because yesterday it was a case anything can happen. There's a few scalps in the morning that didn't quite go well, but those things happen. But again, it worked out in the end with the ceasefire agreement. Yeah, so with Ethereum, so again, to start looking at this sort of range here. Again, the point of control is such a magnet. I mean, if you had this up, you had the wick down there, it's beautiful. What you can notice here is a gap in the volume profile. Price tends to fill this up, so I do think today it's going to be, we've got the New York Open in a few hours, but again, I do expect us to sort of come up to these sort of regions here. I mean, what I would like to get into a position, I don't know if we're going to dip that far, but again, if we did get a dip down here, which will just be a retest of the breakout, hold that level here. Again, if we come down further to like 2170, I wouldn't like to see that because I do want to see this whole market structure. But if we do get that, you would look for longs, you wouldn't look for shorts. But if you zoom in, can we get an entry closer to home? So So I'd say you've got your support zone there, probably. Let's zoom in a bit more. Just so you can see my way of thinking. So you've got range low, this level here. So you've got the wicks down, but I like this sort of bottom here. You've got the range high up here. Yeah, so if we get like a dip down again to 2226, I'll look for longs up to 23. Or if we skip all that and we just reclaim 2270, I'll look to long that up to 23. So again, it's a small scalp, but the small scalps can turn into aggressive big moves. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. Again, ideally from here, even just my long perspective, I mean, what I would love to see this. That'd be fantastic. So again, super tight entry there. Your stop loss below this sort of level here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Smash it up, sorted. Again, you could do, if you were a bit more risk averse, stop loss, you could take it all the way down to 712. Again, the risk is ridiculous, 0.6. Even just targeting the highs, you're looking at 2.5 to 1 risk there. And again, if we start breaking out, you're just going to be exponentially extending those targets up. So we'll see how this goes. I do like this. It does look pretty good to me. That sort of structure, and we just shoot that up. So that's Bitcoin Ethereum. USDT quickly. Yeah, it's only a short update today, just to keep you guys in the loop. Yeah, lovely. So we slapped down into that range that I talked about the other day. But again, you can see the resemblance. As soon as this tanks, Bitcoin pumps, and vice versa. Yeah, count wise, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Yeah, I mean, if we hold this level here, this starts reversing. I mean, more. If we start reclaiming this sort of 7.78 region, yeah, we're going to be looking back for shorts in Bitcoin. But again, if we can just hover around here, Bitcoin gives us that final burst up. This may again drop down to this level, but as long as we don't lose that low, this is much more room to grow. This is very, I'd say very constructive. Nothing screams it's going to tank from here at the moment until we start losing key levels like 7.24, etc. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to update. So again, yesterday, I haven't got my Telegram up, but basically, yeah, it's a fantastic day, really good day. So basically we did short, yeah, we shorted from the rejection. I basically shorted from about 687, I believe. Came back down. 678 was my target. Slapped that. Went further down, but not by much. Closed the short position. I was then looking for longs. Ethereum, I did get stopped out, so I did lose on that one. So again, it's not always wins. I won't pretend I don't make losses. They certainly do happen. But the big moves that I do catch, they do override the small sort of losses. And yeah, again, TAO from our last update. Again, you get the moves down and you're slapping it in, you're straight up. So again, here potentially the start of an impulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just keep going up. But no entry just yet. If we can sort of hold 3, 4, 1 region, that to me would be a good opportunity. If we can sort of again sort of come down, test it straight up. But you want to test it and hold it. You don't just hope for the best and just hold it. You want to see it. You wouldn't just enter a position and don't have a plan. So you want to see that dump into the order block, and then you want to see that first bounce off it, and then look to buy the pullback. You wouldn't just put an order and hope it doesn't, because it can just go straight through and you've lost your money. And that's not what we want to do here. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the update, guys. Please do check out the groups again. Really appreciate the support. Smash the likes, repost, subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And yeah, any suggestions in the comments, please do pop them down. Yeah, it's my first few weeks doing this channel, and yeah, it's been really fun so far. So I hope you guys have found some value from the videos, and I'll keep them going. So yeah, well, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.